What's up, guys? In this episode, I go over 2 wireless systems. Stay tuned. What is up, you dirty dogs? It's your boy, Luis Torres. Yo, so here's the one thing that I kind of feel like every guitarist has to eventually turn to, and that is wireless systems. And there's so many out there that I don't want to say it's hard to choose, but dude, there's a lot. There's a whole bunch, including like the cheaper ones that are made in China. They're like $20. Like, yo, people absolutely rave about those, and if they do the job, then, you know, are you really going to complain? So I am going to go over the fact that about 30 years ago, my first wireless system was the Nady 201, which was this little tiny footprint of a wireless with literally an antenna, like from the 70s, like an old one that retracts. Yeah, dude, but it was great for the time. You know, I'm going back to the first time I ever used it was at L'Amour in Brooklyn. I don't know, I forgot who we were opening for, but my other guitarist had one also. And here we are doing mic check, and him and I literally get off stage. We go through the venue, we go outside. We're now on the sidewalk outside of L'Amour, and we're just playing, and I'm just like, yo, this is just mind-boggling. Like, never in my life did I think that this would ever be possible. And of course, you know, big famous touring acts always used wireless systems, but, you know, we were just 2 little kids from Brooklyn. So, you know, fast forward to 2016 when I got back into playing again, and you know, I kind of was like, oh, wireless systems, I wonder what's out there. And the one that I absolutely loved that I still haven't even gotten the chance to try out is the Line6 rack version wireless system. Because I always thought that was cool, just because, you know, I always had a smaller wireless with a small footprint, but, you know, sometimes you want to be able to just throw it in a rack system and just be done with it. So with Line6, I ended up finding a guy locally who was actually selling his G50, and that is what I will be going over first, and that's this guy. So here is the transmitter, this is the receiver. So with this receiver, there's actually 2 knobs. One on the bottom allows you to pick any of the 12 available channels. The top knob is your cable tone. So you can pick from 15 meters, or let's say 5 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. So what that actually does is, and you guys know that when you're using a regular cable, the longer the cable is, your signal degrades. So you can pick how rich you want that signal to be. So I always kept this thing at about 15 meters, which is 5 feet, which is at about 10 o'clock on this. And this thing works perfectly. You know, 2 little antennas every once in a while. And one of my buddies actually mentioned that he ran into the same thing. Maybe there's just a few of these out there that kind of had these little issues. But I feel like after a few minutes, I don't know if it's a heat problem, but sometimes it's just like a little tiny hiccup where it almost seems like this transmitter doesn't really send the signal for the receiver to actually convert back into analog. But there's definitely something going on, you know, because I'm talking about literally being 5 feet away from my amp. So it's, you know, I'm not in Madison Square Garden walking away 80 feet from the base. So, but it's actually pretty interesting. So the good thing with this transmitter, and I feel like some of Line6's lower wireless systems fail to have this section, hold on, please hold, where you can actually detach it. So, you know, if you've been playing longer than a year, then you know that these little 1/4-inch jacks have a great way of just getting butchered and not working anymore. So this, you can actually just replace and put it right back in there. There's a little locking mechanism right there, and that is what it looks like. It does use two 8 AA batteries right there. There's the side pocket for it, and this thing is good. You know, I bought it used off someone for $100, best $100 ever, because I absolutely, you know, used it. I loved it, and then huge shout out to my boy D. La Roman and his wife Denise, because for my birthday last year they were just like, want a wireless system? I'm just like, what? And they shipped me a Shure wireless system. And that is this guy right here. This is the Shure GLXD4. The great thing with this is they actually use their own proprietary battery. So you take this, as long as this is plugged in, you just put the battery in there and it actually charges it for you. So that's one really cool option. Again, same thing, dual antennas. And just like the Line 6, in case your 1/4-inch, for whatever reason, snaps off, gets caught, gets dragged, gets ripped out of here, then you can do exactly the same and just order a brand new cable. This actual transmitter I like a little better, just because it looks a little more modern, a little sleeker, and that's just, you know, aesthetics, if anything. But it works great, and with this Shure, unlike the Line 6, where you manually pick which channel you want, this one will constantly change and update the channel based on whether or not it needs to pick up more of the frequency that's coming from the transmitter. So it's always searching to make sure that you have the best connection to your bass. And here's the funny thing. And let me switch this over really quick. I loved this guy so much that I bought myself 2 more. This one's on, and here's the backup, or if I end up playing with another guitarist, they can use this one. But yeah, so Shure actually has a rack little, it's not an enclosure, but it's definitely a rackable space that you can screw from the bottom underneath to the base, and you basically just throw it right into a rack system. So what I absolutely loved about the Line 6, the larger Line 6 wireless system, is the fact that it's rack mountable, and this is rack mountable also. All right, guys, so there you have it again. You know, if you are into having a smaller system with a smaller footprint, you can take these, you can put these on top of your amp, and you're going to be fine. You know, these, they work great. They do what they do. And, you know, unless you're looking to go ahead and spend $1,200 on something that's significantly better, I don't know if better necessarily means that you can go to another state and play, but you know, there's definitely going to be a few more options for you when you buy one that's a little pricier. But, you know, no one's rich. So why go ahead and spend an arm and a leg when these guys are just a few $100? And, you know, Lord knows that I actually bought the 2 extras used, and one was cheap, like $90. And the other one, where is that? Is it here? One of them I bought, and it actually came with a wireless mic. So it actually came with a Shure SM58W, which was just the wireless. Where the heck did I put that thing? Anyway, but yeah, but they have, you know, you can use that, or you can just use the wireless mic. I thought I had this thing here earlier. Am I going crazy right now? I'm going crazy right now. It's not up there either. All right. Somewhere around here. Anyway, guys, in the comments below, let me know which wireless systems do you use? Do you not like using wireless systems? Do you have a different model? Do you have the higher end kind of wireless systems that are rack mountable? Do you have a smaller one with a smaller footprint? Or do you go about getting the ones made in China? Again, they're super inexpensive. They range from, 20 to 60 bucks in that ballpark. And again, they get the job done, and that's all you really need. And as long as people hear you, that's all that matters. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And as usual, this guy will talk to you soon.